Welcome to Fox Soul's Black Music Month Minute. I'm Derica Abraham, and my guest today is a talented, multi-talented singer, songwriter, and a phenomenal violinist. Sherie, welcome Sherie. First, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And I just want to say, so I saw Sherie perform in LA.
Yes.
And she sang a song that she has written, and then she played the violin. And let me tell you, when you played that violin, after you finished, the crowd got up, roared, applauded. I mean, it was beautiful. It truly was. And then that's when I went up to you and I was like, oh my God, that was so good. And I'm not even exaggerating. She really is that good. So if you ever get a chance to see Sherie, please go see her. So can you just tell me, what's the feeling that you get when you're on stage?
The feeling that I get when I'm on stage is I feel really energized. I feel really happy. I feel like I feel a strong sense of belonging. Like I belong here. This is just a part of who I am, a part of just everything that I love to do. It all in one moment, and I just kind of, once I get the excitement jitters out, then it goes from that to like, roar, like here I come. I'm just gonna roar, like a lion kind of thing.
Okay, yeah, I see it. That's what comes across on the stage. So you're Haitian, right? You're Haitian and Jamaican descent.
Yes.
You're raised in Atlanta.
Yes.
And you speak how many languages?
Oh, so born in New York, raised in Georgia. We moved to Georgia when I was like 6. My mom she was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and my dad is Jamaican. And and I, speak Creole. I'm not fluent, but I'm very well versed in it and understanding it and speaking it. And then also, my dad he's like full patois, all the things, but I was more immersed into Haitian culture, but still dad's culture too, eat all the foods, all the things. So I would say English, Creole, and then I speak some Spanish also, just from learning from school things.
What kind of music did you listen to growing up?
That's a great question. I listened to a mix of things. So I listened to a lot of course, my family, I grew up in church, so I listened to a lot of gospel, but I grew up listening to a lot of Caribbean music, and then I also grew up listening to artists like Whitney Houston. I would say I listened to a lot of Mariah Carey and Toni Braxton, and then I also had like a mix of I had an era of like Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, those kind of things too, growing up too. But yeah, I had listened to a lot of different varieties of music growing up.
Mm-hmm. And who taught you how to write music and play the violin?
So I learned the violin when I was 9 years old. So my mom was like, okay, well, I wouldn't say my mom. I was in school and I had a choice to pick between chorus or orchestra. And I was already singing in church because my mom was a singer and I was already singing. And so I was like, okay, I think I want to try violin because it made sense to me because it was an instrument. It is an instrument that sounds like a singing voice. Okay. That evokes a lot of emotion. And I was like, oh, I want to learn how to make the violin sing with my hands and learn how to play this instrument. So I started at 9 and I never stopped. I just kept going and I fell in love with the instrument and I learned how to make it my own with singing and pair it together with just making it an extension of my voice.
Yeah, it's definitely your own. You put your own spin on it. You could probably play any song on that violin, from rap to classical, probably, right? Yeah, I could see that. So you've accompanied her at the Oscars, written for Ariana Grande, and toured with Alicia Keys alongside your husband, D Smoke, who is also a phenomenal artist. He plays the piano, he raps in Spanish as well as English. How was it touring with your husband?
Oh man, so it was a beautiful experience. We went to Europe and different beautiful countries I'd never been before, and I would say that it was an amazing experience to just be in that beautiful, like every experience, like every venue was different. Like they had and just seeing the response of people from different cultures, just singing back the music, and then also just them being so receptive, to the music, and also being receptive to, like, when he called me out to play or sing, it was just like they were just like so excited, and like they were just so very welcoming, and very inviting. They were very they had their lights up. It was just an amazing experience, and just seeing how they receive music different from the U.S. is a beautiful thing as well. So,
speaking of your husband, I know you guys appeared on Netflix's Love That For Us. That was really special. That was really beautiful. If you ever get a chance to watch it, watch it. It's on Netflix,
yes,
Love That For
nice.
Us. Let's talk about your music. Candlelight. You released that recently. Tell me about that, the process that went into it.
Yeah, so I would say I released a song before that called Ale, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, it was, I wanted to kind of, from there, go into the story of love and things like that. And so Dee and I created this song called Candlelight, and we wanted to just make the song something that's really expresses just love, just like, and the candlelight expresses, whenever you turn a candle on, what are you doing? You either spend an intimate time together, or you're eating, like, and having time like disconnected from the world, disconnected from your phones, disconnected from everything. You're just kind of like spending time with you two, with the candlelight, and it kind of just sets it's a mood, it's a certain aura, it's a certain position that you put yourselves in when there's a candlelight around, and so we just wanted to like make a song that really expressed love in that way more.
You've written, speaking of making beautiful songs, you've written a lot of music.
Yes.
So just tell me about your discography.
So you said I've written, you were talking about the writing, or just all
the
of
writing and the singing, just your whole process, and just like the meaning behind the music that you produce.
Yes. So
or create.
I would say it started all when I was in 3rd grade, when I like really decided like I really wanted to create music, like write songs. And it was, I was in like a little girl group when I was young, and then like, I just wanted to, really write songs that just conveyed emotion and hope and helping people. I've always wanted to have messages in songs, in my songs. I dropped my first EP like in 2017.
Okay.
And I just kind of, evolved from there. I moved to California from Georgia in 2019.
Oh.
And so when I moved in 2019, I was like on a mission, like, okay, I want to get out of my comfort zone in Atlanta. I was, I was in a band, like a wedding band, singing, and I was doing, violin like, for different artists here and there, and kind of, and I was also performing, different open mics and things like that, and just singing and playing violin, and everybody's like, this is the girl with the violin, singing and playing violin, so I just wanted to kind of just get out of my comfort zone and be in a place that was unfamiliar.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, God, I'm just gonna go for it and do it. And so when I moved to California, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just put out music and just create. And so how I got into the songwriting, I would say officially, for other people and things, was from violin. Violin was like a thing that helped me just get into the career, my marriage, all the things. It was violin, really, because when I got hired by a producer to play violin for this artist's album, and it was Ariana Grande.
Okay.
And so I was playing violin for her album, but then one day I just happened to write something for the track I was playing on, and she heard it, and then from there she was like, oh, who's singing on this? So that kind of like opened up the doors to me starting to to write and to be in the doors to write. And that's when one day we did a song, me, her, and another writer. We did a song called Positions, and that's kind of that was her title track of her album before the one that she just dropped, and it was a great success because it went #1, and it had it was a beautiful success, and it happened right before the pandemic hit. Okay. So I was, so it was just a beautiful breakthrough, and then from there I got signed to Warner, and then, from there have been, writing as a songwriter, writing ever since, and then, and still writing for others. But and then that's just that didn't stop my artist career. I'm still, you know, was still writing, and met a lot of people in the songwriting world that, you know, helped me with my project. And you know, and so yeah, so I would say now I'm just in the place of, you know, my album's gonna come soon.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and so yeah, and Dee's a part of it. We've been like really creating this beautiful album, and also I've finally found my creative voice. I would say it took a while to kind of get to the point to where I'm like, okay, this is me.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes a while for artists to kind of find their voice and what they want to say and what they want to represent and how they want to present themselves.
I see that.
So I am kind of in a place now where I'm like, I'm finally happy to present this body of work.
Well, Sherie, I want to thank you so much for being here. It's been a pleasure talking to you today.
I don't need you making no excuse. With your ETA, I'm coming through. Trying to get you to my body.